Yellow, everyone, and welcome to another stream. How are we doing today? I hope we're doing fine. I'm doing a-okay right now, just making sure all my audio things are good. I was once again messing with a lot of stuff. I usually don't like to mess with stream things, unless it's the weekend or like I know I'm not going to be streaming that week, because I simply will be moving everything around. Just simply said, everything is going to be moved around. And I was gonna stream a little bit earlier today, but then I started doing some like, I was like, oh, maybe I should talk about like Destiny, like Prismatic today. Maybe that's what I should do. And I decided like, oh, maybe I should work on my build. Oh, hold on. Why are you crooked? Hello? Yeah. Alright. I'm trying to straighten up my monitor that you're on. It's a little weird. It's a little like tilted. But yeah, so I wanted to, I was just like, oh, maybe I should do that. And while I was doing that, I realized I needed to fix so many things. There were so many things I needed to fix, and it was not like a quick little do like I was kind of hoping it would be. It was actually a long do. And so I ended up not streaming earlier, like 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago when I was ready 3 hours ago. And instead worked on that for a couple of hours, and then my head started to hurt from like looking very intensely at my screen for so long. And so I went to go lay down for like another hour. And then I just got up and I was like, all right, let's do a stream. I wasn't going to be a super long stream today, either way. So I'm not like super worried about it, but I do need to write this alt text for this tweet I need to send out, on the wooden table. I have to keep like switching up how I do the alt text because I genuinely don't know the best way to go about it. Like I don't know. I've heard a lot about people who can hear sharing what they believe to be the best way to do alt text. And I, will have to forgive me for being just like, is this really what we should be doing? Is this really what is significant here for us? Or is it just what you believe to be significant? Is this what one person told you that one time, So I keep like adjusting it to what I keep reading, and I just like kind of keep hoping eventually I'll land on like the correct way to do it. Okay, live. Today we talk Void 1680 game prep. And then we are going to find some oracles in Destiny. Twitch.tv/pb plays inside. I know that like there's a sound alert thing up there. I don't actually use sound alerts anymore, so I'm not like super worried about that as I do this. Let me now. Oh, I accidentally opened my email and not Twitter. Is this the correct? Yep, it is the correct account. We come over here, go over here. I click on you. I need to create new art for specifically for Void 1680. I kind of feel like a little adrift as like I prep for this game because I don't have to do a lot of like personal prep. And like that feels kind of weird, champ, after like 2 months of just like nonstop working to do things for a stream. So I'm just like, I don't know, man. All right, let's throw that up there. Let's do https://www.twitch.tv/pb plays. I'm not used to how quickly my keys register anymore, and I keep fucking up typing. All right, let's go over here. Let's go say... And then I do https boop 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 /pb plays inside. There we go. All right. Now that that's all done, I can close out of that. I can close out of view. Yeah, I was doing a lot of like setup for Destiny stuff, for like build stuff, and I'm mostly, it's because I've had this idea of how to do it on Stream Deck for a really long time. Or using macros. I just didn't have enough keys to do it. So I've just kind of had these ideas in my head by themselves. And also, I mean, I guess I could show you guys. Hold on. Let me go over to the scene. To the correct scene. So, ignore like the orange background. That is simply so I can see the gaps in between, because otherwise it's just this. It's just black on black or gray on black. So I need something that contrasts with the background. And I chose orange because that's like kind of what the background's supposed to be. But here I have D2 Foundry, and so this gives you like all the weapon stats. It gives you the weapon perks. It gives you the frame, a picture of the weapon, it like its element, and whether it's like a primary, special, or a heavy in this case. And also it shows you where it comes from. Shout out to D2 Foundry for giving you all that information in such a small, compact location. And obviously there's other things on there like the damage profile, TTK, range, etc. that you can also expand upon. That could be seen in these like little boxes. But I also have like so all of these are in folders that I have on my sources. And I have a lot of them. Like I have DIM, which is Destiny Item Manager, in which is where I manage my things. But I have like a thing specifically for everything. So like here we have specifically so you guys can see the weapons when I'm comparing them. This would be the armor, but I'm not comparing armor right now. I'm comparing weapons. I have the bottom third loadout here, so whenever I'm doing a loadout, let me open up DIM so I could just show you guys these things. It's just kind of inconvenient when I'm doing these myself. Doing these when I have to switch between like OBS and clicking things on and off and then go back to like the thing I'm actually working on, usually that's not what's like the first thing in my mind as I'm switching between tabs and windows and stuff, is to like touch the things over on Steam or on OBS. So like I'm switching what's being shown and what's not being shown. Because it's just me like going and having to click on this very specific wordy folder or specific window I need to like turn on and off. It's a little bit inconvenient to say the least. But like, and it's like even more than probably what you see. So like, you see I have these two things separated. So I have my bottom third in the loadout for my armor, my weapons, and my subclass. But then I also have my big head's in the way. But you can see the mods. You can see the mods and things over here are their own personal thing. So they would fit nicely in this area. And then I have the outline for it because obviously it's not going to always be up. And this is mostly where my issues lie, is me trying to find like where I'm gonna and just like trying to click all these things into place, because I'm not just gonna have this open, right? I'm probably gonna also have like Destiny Armor Picker, which we can't see here. Oh man, it's you. And we have Destiny Item Picker here with our armor and stuff. Like, you could see the stats that I'm prioritizing here, which in this case are, this is when I was choosing a build, an armor set for our Strand build in the Whisper, so we could like go faster. You can see I have Frosties here, and we could see all like my different armor combination suggestions. And the only thing is you can't see the like mods in each one of them, but like that's, you know, you win some, you lose some. And even then, this isn't long enough for us to see this because I forgot this was the thing I probably should prioritize. That's why this was a little bit longer than it was before. So it'd be something like that instead, a little bit thicker. But yeah, so that's like all the stuff that I have been kind of messing around with. And more importantly, I've had to readjust them because I've changed monitor size, and therefore the size of like my OBS setup since then. So all these things are like kind of correct, but also kind of not correct. So I have been struggling to get that to work also. Hold on, I just need to enable this so you guys don't hear all my Discord noises. But yeah, so this is what I was working on today. But last night, let's see if this works. Ooh, that's right. I still have this up, huh? What are the chances I have that up? I sure don't. Well, we're gonna have to find it. It's you, haha. Just gonna put this down here. All right. And then I'm gonna put you approximately where the other overlay is, and we're just gonna turn that one off. Let's turn that off and that off. This also aids in Wretched Wastelands by Stuart Watkins. Okay. Someone didn't plan for this. Someone had gotten very accustomed to just everything being ready for them. And obviously wasn't prepared for this. I guess we'll throw the branding over there for now. Where is my Clip Studio? There it is. I need to open a recent file. Aha, I do have one that just says game prep. Let's go. Alright, now I could just duplicate this layer, turn that one off, then come over here, and we're gonna type out, this is void 1680 AM. by Ken Lowry, I believe. Let me just make sure that that's how you spell their name. Lowry. Hey, so sorry that in my tweet I misspelled your name, Ken. Many apologies. We're gonna get it right in the so sorry. I'm gonna get it right on this though, so no worries. This is the one that people are gonna see more often. Oof, feels bad, man. I also want to change this to a little bit more of a purpley color, because this is a bit of a more purpley game. Oh, I double clicked it on accident. Feels weird, champ. All right, and that should be good enough, I think. Let's ping that to game prep overlay. Overlay void 1680. I'm gonna go okay. And we'll save that. All right. That means if I come over here now, I just need to click on you. There we go. All right. And then, oh, it's not recognizing my PNG either. Oh, do I not have a PNG on this screen? I should make a specific prep. What if I just, let me duplicate this. We're going to call this game prep. Oh, I got an error there and I didn't see what it was because I pressed the button too quickly. Okay, that name's already in use. Game prep scene. As well, I'll name it then. Let's move this up here. Oops. Oh, we're going anyways. Actually, while I'm here, let me just turn that off, turn that on. All right, now I can move over to game prep scene, which will be the same exact thing, except now I don't have to worry about fucking moving things around. And then I need a PDF. PDF. Oh, that's Chatterino. That's what I'm looking for. But I need this to be smaller. And then boop. Oh, maybe not boop. Nope, that is all that shows. All right. Then I make you smaller so I can put you up here where I had the Wretched Wasteland one. Above my head. You guys to see this. This one? It is that one. Good. Goose. For the most part, I don't think we ever need to see that. We also don't really need to see the sides of this. Probably also need to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can read it. It's also not the side I need you guys to be seeing. Let's see, that part's probably a little bit more important than the other side. Let me move this under the overlay. I don't think we need to see anything on that other side. Realistically, I don't think we need to see anything at the top of the screen either. Yeah, I think all we really care about is this. Yeah. Okay. So I have Void 1680. I read through the entire book yesterday and the day before yesterday. I read it through for the most part the other night. And then I spent last night working on this, on doing my second read through and typing out exactly what I was missing. So in this case, or like not missing, but what I needed for um what I needed for my sorry. Last night I looked through it again, the book, and then this time with the purpose of creating an outline in which I can outline the important parts of the book and the important parts of the rules that I think would be relevant to me, along with just kind of the game flow. So in this case, I had hold on. No, we're Gucci. So in this case, I had so we start off with, okay, here are the things about your character, your radio station that you need to decide, right? There's wavelength, there's a theme. So are you going to focus on a specific genre, a specific decade, the specific vibe, mood, etc.? And then there's the where are you, where are you broadcasting from, Good morning, Vietnam, kind of that energy. Like, are you in your garage, the suburbs, the countryside, etc.? Then we have the flow of the game. What beats we need to hit. So most importantly, we have the main basis of this game, which is we are drawing 3 cards from each suit, right? So we start off with the clubs, diamonds, spades, and then we finish off with hearts. And then for each of those cards, there is a prompt associated with it. And so from those 3 prompts, you order them in whatever order you think it's going to fit the best. And then you're going to set them up to play one after another. And then you're going to introduce the first song. And in this game, they say hit record and then, do the thing. And then, say introduce the song, etc. And then you stop record, you hit the song, right? And while the songs are playing, so in this like below, they want you to play introduce the first song, play the first song, and then you will also play the subsequent 2 songs. And then at the end of that is when you do you talk about the previous 2 songs. And so while the 3 songs are playing, you're supposed to draw a caller card. The caller card is basically your strange caller. You roll for you draw a card, and they call it the face card, which is just a jack, king, queen, or ace. And when you draw that card, you are drawing to see how old they are, what is their age, are they on the younger side, on the older side. And then from there, you roll to find out sort of their personality and the purpose of their call. So depending on what suit you pull, will determine whether or not they're requesting a song or if they just want to talk. So, for example, if we start off on the first song block, the club song block, we pull a card and the suit of the card is diamonds. That means that they are requesting a song. Because if you pull a card and it's a suit of the next song block, so clubs would be diamonds. If we're in the diamond song block and we're pulling our caller card, spades would be the request a song suit, and so on and so forth, right? And so you pull that, and that determines which table essentially you're going to roll from. Are you going to roll from the talking table, or are you going to roll from the request a song table? Now, if they're requesting a song, you roll, you find the prompt, then you find the song that you'll play in the next song block. Otherwise, you roll to see what kind of conversation you have with this caller, and then after the call, and when the two songs are over, you can talk about the previous two songs. You go back on air and you talk about like the last two songs, and then if you really want to, you can then talk about the conversation you had with this caller. And you can talk as much or as little about any of this. You can very much just be like, all right, that was, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And coming up, we have Safaera by Bad Bunny. And that could be all you do. Or you could be like, all right, that was Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Talk about a tumultuous time in music history. Doesn't that sound familiar? Next up, I want to talk about this caller we had while LOML by Taylor Swift was playing. A caller called in and just wanted to have a little bit of conversation. We talked about their mam and their pap. We talked about their chickens. It was a really nice little quaint conversation. It's always nice to get to know the people who live around you that you've never met. That's what happens when you live, your neighbor is 5 miles away from you in any given direction. But anyways, here's, 92.5 Countryside coming at you with a new set of music. Starting up, we have Tim McGraw by Taylor Swift. I don't know. And then you start the next, set, next song block is what they always call it here. So, then in the book we go through each song block, aka each suit, each card suit. So we start off with the clubs, and in the clubs we start off with our thesis statement. What is our show about? What is our station about? What is our tone? Are we jokey? Are we more serious? Are we eclectic? This is who I am, and this is what the station is. If you want to listen to this kind of music, this is where you come in to listen to it. So something that really just is a statement piece, essentially. Then you pick your 3 cards, and like I said, each card is associated with a prompt, and you arrange them in whatever order you want. Then you cue your music, and then you go live, right? You introduce yourself, the show, because clubs is the first song block. So it's also where you want to introduce the show. You say the station's call sign, again, like 92.5 Countryside, coming at you tonight from the middle of nowhere, Nevada. And so, you do something like that, right? And then you talk about your first song, and then you hit play. And then you do the caller, do the whole caller card section, create the stranger. Are they requesting a song? Are they just talking to talk? Then you finish the last 2 songs, talk about the last 2 songs, what the songs were and what they meant to you, if they meant anything to you. Then you talk about the caller and that conversation as much as you want, or you don't even have to even mention them. And then you move on to the diamonds. The diamonds song block is where we're kind of amping the energy a little bit for the playlist. You gotta keep them hooked, gotta keep them interested. So we're on our second song block, and we're sort of building towards an emotional climax, right? So we draw 3 cards, and it's kind of like rinse and repeat. Draw 3 cards, or 2 if we do a song request from a caller. We put them in whatever order we want. Introduce the first song. Talk about it as much as you want. Hit play, create your strange caller. Then the song block is over. Talk about the 2 songs as much as you want. Talk about your call with a stranger, and then move on to the next one. Then your third song block is a spade. The third song block is sort of like your emotional come down. It's where we've hit the climax of the set, and now we're easing down. We're cooling down. Being a little bit more contemplative, And then kind of rinse and repeat. Do the same exact thing we were doing before. Pull 3 or 2 cards, introduce them, get a strange caller, talk about them at the end of the thing, and then move on to the 4th and final song block, which is the hearts. And the 4th and final song block is the conclusion of our broadcast. So we want it to feel that way. We want it to feel like a conclusive feeling. And the examples they give in the book are sort of equated to movies, or even just songs in general, where sometimes you're left off on like a lingering feeling, like that fade out, right? Where it just kind of leaves you like a train, marching away with your loved one on it, right? Like you're just left with that lingering feeling of goodbye. Or you can go out with a bang, you go out with a party is essentially the other kind of energy you can go about this, right? So then same order of operations, you draw 3 cards or only 2 if a caller requested a song. Put them in whatever order you want. Talk about the first song as much as you want or as little as you want. And you can also talk about how, hey, we're entering the last song block. This is going to be the last set of songs we're hearing for the night. Then you do your strange caller, and then the song block is over. You talk about the 2 songs as much as you want, or as little as you want, and then you talk about your call with the stranger. And then the end of the show, you talk about the show. You say, oh, this has been a great night, it's meant a lot catching up with the people of Nowhere, Nevada. And I look forward to jumping back on tomorrow night with 92 Countryside here in the middle of Nowhere, Nevada. And I hope that, old Louis feels better tomorrow. His foot feels better there, Linda. And I have this is again 92.5 the Countryside. And it's been good talking to you, middle of Nowhere, Nevada, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then you sign off. And then that's it. That's the order of operations that this game is gonna go. Hey, Kalino! How you doing, friend? How are you? Hi. How's my Friday going? My Friday's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. We had a good dinner. I finally tried the snacks Nilly gave me. Oh, I have my can on. I guess I could show you. Wait, where'd my other ones go? Hello? Oh, here they are. Oh, I'd have to open them. I got some snacks from Nilly from the Philippines. We have some... Let's see if these are gonna show. Where is this? I have my original cracker nuts, which really are just peanuts coated in what feels like a cracker. It feels like you're eating a peanut butter peanut butter what do you call those? Like a little cracker sandwich with like peanut butter in the middle of them. They're very good. Like eating one of those feels like eating a whole like cookie of that. Then she also got me some dried mango from the Philippines. Also really good. It's very interesting because they're not like they're dry. Don't get me wrong. They are dry, but they don't feel like leather. And it very much is very real mango. Because you could see the like little wispies, the like little hairs from the mango. I mean, if you eat mango, you know what I'm talking about. When you're like too close to the husk. And yeah, it's definitely dried out, but it's not like leather. It's very malleable and still very sweet. Yeah, the fibers. Yeah. And so it's very interesting. Anytime I've had like a dried I can't say I've really had a lot of dried mango in my life, so I don't know if that's common practice, but yeah, it was very odd to me how like they felt like almost wet when they're completely dry. But I opened them today. We've had a lot of food in the house and a lot of snacks. So despite getting this package on Monday, I hadn't opened them until today. Because I was just like, hello, parents. Because my parents are the ones who like peanuts more than me. I very much take them or leave them with all nuts for me. I don't dislike them. Like, I don't have anything against nuts in particular. Like, I'll eat them. They're just like not the snack I would go for, if you know what I mean. Oh, right. I needed to turn off music because I was having a hard time thinking. But yeah, so that is sort of the order of operations of the game. And let me tell you, I just started copying and pasting like the last 10 steps of each of these things. Because all it is, again, pick 3 cards, arrange them whatever way you want, introduce yourself, introduce the song, hit play, draw the caller card, create your stranger, figure out if they're requesting a song or if they just want to talk. Do that while the 2 songs are playing, and then once the 2 songs are done playing, you talk about the last 2 songs as much or as little as you want, then talk about the caller, or don't, it's up to you, and then you move on to Diamond. It's very like wishy-washy in that way of like, you could do this or you could do that. So, yeah, and then I have like the stranger cards, what that means, which I've pretty much explained to you. And then common caller questions are the questions you need to ask yourself about what the caller is doing. How long were they talking to you? Were they talking with you or at you? Because anybody can talk to you, right? Okay, just wanted to make sure that my audio was good. Anyone can call in. So you never know who you're gonna get. You also can figure out if they've called you before. Are they a fan of the show? Are they a stranger? Do they remind you of anyone? And like I said, you get to roll with like how, which table you're gonna roll from, what their vibe is, etc. There's also rules for continuing a broadcast. So if you want to do it again, so say we have our first show on Monday and we want to do one for each day of the week, you can do that. And there's rules to be able to do that. The person who also wrote this game also apparently has their own, like, station. I don't know where. It's in the book. They tell you in the book, like, hey, I also do this thing. If you want to see an example of how it rolls. And, so they also have rules on like how to like, I guess not rules, but suggestions and tips on how to like create the game and make it into like an actual station. It's very interesting, to say the least. But yeah, so that's why I have like this. So this is my outline. It's much longer than it really needs to be. I could have just like taken these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, these 8 lines and just like done C steps 1 through 4 before. Now what we would have been in the same spot. I even like made them shorter in some of these just so I didn't have to repeat myself over and over again. And so now that I'd finally read through this, and no offense to you, Billie Eilish, a little loud. I just need a little soft. Oh my god, Billie Eilish's next album is about to come out. It's sounding a little bit more like upbeat than the previous one was. And I am excited about it. It's coming out on the 19th, I think, of May. It's coming out mid-May. 19th or 17th. It's one with like a little something at the top of the 7. It's 17th. Next week, exactly a week from now. Apparently she's also doing a listening party like today or something. And I'm a little mad about it. It doesn't matter. But after reading this over and over again, because the thing is that I have one of the things that I have the hardest time with as someone with ADHD is when I know the instructions, or I know what I know almost exactly what I'm gonna be reading in the next sections, and I get restless because I'm just like, I don't want to be sitting here reading the same thing over and over again. What a waste of my time. And it's like almost tantrumy. My own body wants to throw a tantrum about it. However, because I needed to read, because again, just like my notes, this just repeats the same thing over and over again. Oh boy. Might be. Hold on. I need you to, oh no. Oh boy. There we go. In the book, it says, yeah, it does the same thing. Like, the only thing that really mattered from any of the other pages is literally the first paragraph where it tells you, like, the energy you should be bringing into that song block. And then the subsequent 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 paragraphs are exactly the same as the past 2. With only the name of the suit being different. It's a little obnoxious, but yeah, so I got like a little restless reading through it, but it's fine because I was watching I was watching people react to Taylor Swift's redone Eras Tour live stream. So I just watched that twice in a row and I finished up all my typing. And reading in everything, because I was taking like small breaks to like obviously enjoy what they were talking about. Otherwise I wouldn't have gotten through this. I don't like writing outlines for instructions because I like to just skim through instructions, which is not the greatest thing. I was definitely that kid in school where like the teacher would put like in the instructions, just write your name at the top of the test and turn it in. And I would not be that kid. I'd be like 5 questions in and the first kid would like stand up and go give the test to the teacher or whatever the assignment. And I'd be like, what the fuck? I know David didn't just finish this exam in like 2 minutes. What's the trick here? And then after enough times of people doing that to you, you start to read the instructions. You start to look at the instructions after the kid turns in their test early. And then I would like ashamedly like erase all the work I'd been doing because I'm like, oh, don't look at me. I didn't mean that. Oh no. But yeah, so after I'd read through this a little bit, I was like thinking about what I wanted. I didn't know. So I have my own pre-ideas for this game or how I kind of wanted to play, right? So I have so I wrote down some of my ideas or thoughts I've been having, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna have ads on the stream. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just gonna happen. However, on the radio, you get ads on the radio, right? And so I was thinking back to when I was on Praxis channel doing Carousel Court, and then subsequently I've done it in other shows on Praxis channel also. But she had people like record commercials for each like decade we were in that show. And I was thinking like, what if I like just pre-recorded actual commercials for this, you know? Or like got some of my friends to also pre-record some of these commercials because I started doing the math, right? Because it's 3 minutes of ads I can have on stream or that I do on stream. That's the minimum necessary for getting, that's the minimum necessary. You guys can't see this, right? So I'm about to go onto some streams that you guys can't see this. Why can't you guys see this? What? Why can't you guys see this? Hold on, let me just throw that off on the side so I can start pressing buttons. Can you guys can't see OBS. Oh, because I have this on display capture. I'll do it on this screen then. Because I need to see what ads I can run. Because I know I can do a 1-minute ad. Oh, I can do 30-second ads. So I can do 30-second, 1 minute, and a minute 30 or 3-minute ads manually, right? So I'm wondering, if I do, so it's four song blocks, right? So I did more math, right? So 3 songs are between, or 1 song is anywhere between like 2.5 minutes, 2:45 to 5 minutes, right? 5:40-ish is probably the longest a song is gonna run. If I let it run that long. So if I average that together, like a 3 to 6 minute song, in the middle, we're gonna meet at like 4 minutes, right? So average song, probably leaning a little bit less than 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Because most songs are between the range of like 2:30 and 4 minutes. But back in the day, songs used to be a little bit longer, so we threw the range up to 5 or about 6 minutes. So 3 songs are anywhere between 9 and 15 minutes. I was a little bit less generous with it, but the average being 11 to 12 minutes, right? So if each song block, just the songs themselves, are going to be about 12 minutes, that's going to be 48 minutes of time spent, right? Then in an hour, there are 3 minutes of ads, so that's 51 minutes, right? And then if we talk about how long I'm going to be talking before and after each song block, that's going to be about 5-ish minutes. I actually, at the end of the day, made it closer to 7 minutes. And so that's about 20 minutes. I adjusted for it later. So that's about 20 minutes. 5 minutes times 4 blocks, 20 minutes. Then we add that to the 51, we get 71 minutes, which is about an hour and 11 minutes, right? But if I stretch it out, if I talk even longer, I could probably reach that minute an hour and a half. However, when I'm doing these games, I like it to be around 3-ish hours. So I could do, so my thoughts are like, so my thoughts are doing 2 shows in a row, but we'll talk about that in a second. So let's say I have an hour and a half show, right? That means I have to do about 4.5 minutes of ads in one section of show. And so I'm thinking after it's 4 blocks, right? We're gonna have 1 ad at the top of the stream, which we can make I usually do 1.5 minutes, just how long the ads are determines how much time people aren't going to get ads jumping into stream. It's how it works, right? So I'd have to run these 3 ads if I make them 1 minute in between each block, essentially. So I would run 1 ad at the top, just so we don't get people getting ads. That one would probably still be 1.5 minutes, just for posterity. I literally do it, I wait, I think, a minute after stream starts, and then I hit the minute 30 ad. So at about 3.5 minutes after stream starts, approximately when I put up my tweets and my Blue Sky message, is actually when my ads are done. I try to throw them on after the ads play, but I do that, right? And then I spend the next 12 minutes, we'll say maybe 15 minutes are going to be me talking and playing this music. maybe a little bit longer, maybe closer to like 17, 18. And so then I play an ad after that, right? I come back and I talk, and then I start in on the next song block. And then we do about those 15 to 17 minutes, play another ad or another commercial break, and then I do another thing. Now, I could also play 30-second ads. So I could do like a 30-second ad, which like is less obnoxious in game if you're subbed and I'm doing these ads than if you're actually getting served a 30-second ad on stream. I think that's much more obnoxious. I think I'd rather do like a whole minute block, so it is less obnoxious to just like be thrown in and out of ads, in my opinion. So I'm leaning more towards having a minute of ad. So I throw one at the beginning of stream, just so I can have like a backlog. I can have a backlog of time without ads when you show up on stream. Because that's really my main goal. I don't, unless you pop up in that very specific minute and a half section of ads, I don't want you to have to watch ads when you jump into stream. Nothing kills my buzz more than jumping onto a stream and having to watch ads. It's my number one motivator to sub to somebody. Because I've talked about it before. I close and open my tabs all the time. And like, I will like pick up my phone and watch a stream on my phone while like I walk around and do things. So there's very little more annoying than sitting down watching a stream, or like watching a stream on my phone, jumping onto my computer to watch the stream, and then having to wait for the ad to play. So I'm just sitting at my desk with my phone here, waiting for this ad to finish playing on my PC, so I'm like 1 year in, 1 year out, watching the stream, waiting for the ad to finish. Anyways, it's a whole thing. So I'm thinking a solid minute ad. So it would be first block ad, second block, after second block ad, after third block ad. So that would be my 3 minutes of ads after all those blocks. And then we maybe do like a little vamping talk. A little vamp talk before we start the second show. Because I think I want to do 2 showings of this. I think it'll be, I don't know if I should add more songs to each block to make them a little bit longer, or if that's less appealing, you know? I feel like I'm going to have to actually do a run of this myself on stream before the actual show, so I can figure out what the flow of the show is going to be, right? But yeah, so far my ideas are do actual commercials during the ad break. I have an idea of maybe, I'm trying to think the best way to like have these visuals show up on stream. If I want them to be like if I actually want to use a card, have like an animation of a card spin in and then show like, this is the prompt we picked for the song. Because you're supposed to do these in between song blocks, because you're not doing these live on air. You're supposed to record it prior to and then air it the whole show after the fact. But I want this to have some integration with you guys, as I've kind of talked about before. So I'm thinking about channel points. I'm thinking about commands. I'm trying to think of the best ways to get you guys to be my prompts, essentially. Or if I should just, because otherwise it's 4 blocks, 4 song requests, 2 2 shows, 8 song requests I would have. That's probably reasonable to only have 8 song requests in a stream of 3 hours. But I don't know. I just simply, I don't know. So that's where I'm at with this. And that's where I'm sitting here with, I don't know exactly what I want to do with the prompts. I almost want to just run it the way it is right now and maybe just do like, it's easy to run this show because I can do this by myself and it's only an hour of my time I'd have to take up to do it. And there's like I can't really spoil music for myself because I'm gonna have to look at the prompts prior to and choose music myself. Because I still don't know what theme or genre or whatever I want to choose, so it's just gonna be like a free for all when I do a test run of this. But that's where I'm at with Void 1680 by Ken Lowry. In which I don't exactly know what I want to do. I don't exactly know what I want to do, and that's where we're at. But I finished it, and I just wanted to bring it up to you guys because I, at this point in time, did not know exactly what I wanted to do. But anyways, the next part upstream is removing all these things off of my hunter, first of all. Step 1, move these guns off of my character. I have so many on my character. I'm unhappy with how many I have on my character. Also, I just acquired so many whispers for no reason in particular, truly. Armor wise, I guess I can just get rid of some stuff. Let's see. Why do I have 2 harsh languages? Why do I have 2 really shitty harsh languages? All right, let me click onto Destiny. Let me switch over to our main scene. Let me switch this. I say finding oracles as if I'm going to be putting the effort myself in to find these oracles. I'm simply going to find a guide to guide me through these oracles. Oracles, Whisper, Destiny 2. Where is Raid? Where's Raid Secrets? Raid Secrets will tell me. Raid Secrets, Destiny 2 Reddit. Hi, thank you guys so much. Okay, as mentioned, okay, all the chests have been removed from the secrets and 7 oracles have been added instead. The oracles give you perks for the exotic weapon and ship schematics for the new version of the exotic ship. You also have to find 3 sets of Taken Blights for the quest for Eris. I already did that. As I mentioned in the oracles, you unlock the intrinsic perk, blah, blah. You don't need a specific weapon to destroy the oracles. Good. They can be found on normal. Good. So after I destroy the first Taken Blight at the beginning and fall down, jump across, turn left twice, and I should see the oracles next to a dead body. Alright. Only available on Legend difficulty. That is a lie, and we both know it, sir. Oh, I read left and my brain said right. Okay. Alright, let's jump in on my Hunter. I don't know why I had the urge to, like, have a controller on me. But I really did. I was like, let me do a controller right now. Give me a controller. All right. Let's put on my my walking gear. Might be bigger on the screen, you think? A little bit more this way, so you guys can't see the mic as much. Sometimes it disappears, sometimes it doesn't. Today it's not. Today it's just there. Alright, hello. Enemies of the Traveler. Maybe I should raise the sound of these enemies. Oh no, it's me. I'm the one that's quiet. I forgot. I was listening, gosh, I was listening to Instagram videos on my computer. And Instagram, at least to my knowledge, has no way to control the volume on the website itself. And so I was just manually doing it, and I was just like, wow. All right, we got that one. White nail, let's go. Hey, Lysander, how you doing today? We just finished going over what I've learned about Void 1680 and all of that. And now we're just looking at getting these oracles for apparently new perks on this weapon on Whisper. All right, Oracle 2, take the lifting platform not too far from Oracle 1. Do not take the left into the real path to your left. Continue farther on that ledge. Ah, yes. Oh, I know what that room is. We went to that room before. I know exactly where you're telling me. I don't need to watch this video. For once that that instruction made some kind of sense to me. Doing okay? Just got off work? That's good to hear. Glad to hear you're doing well. Do I have another jump in me? Oh, I didn't even need the grapple to make it. All right. I talked about it the first time I did this mission. I was like, wow, what is this walking platform all the way over here? And I'm assuming somewhere this way, right? Not right? Incorrect? Am I incorrect here? Did I miss the room? Is this left? Alright, maybe I do need to watch this video. Good old sword plan, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's one way to get through that. I choose to crouch, but that's fine. You guys aren't missing anything special on this video. It's a lot of waiting. Let me tell you that. The warlock jumping. Okay, not that. Thank you. Somewhere this way. I'm going. Okay, we're going. We're gonna continue going. Can we jump up here? Yeah. Up. I'm a gamer. I don't look up. That's my #1 flaw as a human. As a guardian is I don't look up. Here we go. Hello. Carve the worm schematics. Let's go. Alright. Oracle 3 is in the red room with the small jumping ledges and the taken bobbers. Boopers, I would call them. Before you jump at the end through the door That's always opens and closes. Turn around, shoot the Vex nodes, and a platform will appear on the left side of the pillar. Jump to this platform and you'll find number 3. Okay. I think I also know where we're talking about here. Neat. Yeah. Is it this way? Yes, it is this way. Take me out of my routine and suddenly nothing. I don't recognize where I am anymore. Alright, so it's after this one, and I know exactly which Vex crystal it's talking about. Not this. It's not that one, but I'm gonna shoot it anyways. The red room with the boopers. Booping away. Gonna wait for that one to boop. Fool me once. Give me this a second. I know that guy hasn't spawned in yet, and so I can't shoot him. He certainly will shoot me as soon as I spawn in. There we go. That was a lot of panic, but what's important is that I made... Fuck me, am I serious right now? Can I stay on this ledge? Please? Alright, there we go. Oh my god. That's all I needed. Oh my god. Alright, on to the Oracle number 4. At the end of the large green jumping puzzle room, instead of using the shortcut, do this room normal. And at the end where you fall down, you see number 4. I think I already have this one. I believe this is the one. There's a shortcut in this room? Are you telling me? That's some aggressive architecture. You are not wrong. I already did that one. What's the shortcut? I can't believe it. There's a room where I keep thinking I need to go down. I keep imagining I need to go down. As soon as I go in... And I imagine that that's to skip the jumping puzzle. But I simply cannot remember what the skip is off the top of my head. Like, I imagine coming in here. And then, is it here? And then I come here and I go to the right. And I walk out here and this is where it is. Son of a bitch! You know how much of a time save that is? That I just haven't been doing? Like, I don't even waste that much time in here anymore. Oh my god. I even did it right at the beginning, too. And I just... Oh my god. The first time I came through here, I did it that way. I don't think I can actually get back up. I think I've screwed myself. But that's fine, because I've already done this one, so I don't need this one. I was thinking ahead, guys. I was trying to save us some time. In the green room, go to the end, drop down the thrallway. There's a small room on the right side. Oh my god, there's 3 in the green room? Okay. Takes like a minute to get back there. We just need to take a little bit of a drink of the water to just get back to it. That's all we need. Just a little water. We'll solve everything. But yeah, that's what I was doing today. Instead of streaming earlier, I instead was trying to figure out how to do the things I could do with the stream deck for that build scene. which has honestly just been begging for it because, God, as much as I've organized it into folders, it is a mess. I wonder if it's better actually to shoot it with this weapon than my shotgun. Well, we'll find out next time. I'm sure this won't be the only time I'll have to reset. My niece felt that one. You know, despite not using grapple that much, I feel good about it. I feel good about my grapples. It tracks. It definitely tracks because I always go through, I've always gone the long way in the green room. And I always turn around to see if that oracle's there and it's not there. So it does track. I'm not gonna have to shoot them every time, thankfully. I definitely could have gone through there, and that would have been fine. I just don't trust these boopers that much, you know? Oh, fuck. That hurt. More than I thought it would.
You shall drift.
Oh, no. Oh! I'll get fucked. You were gonna pre-shoot me? You couldn't have ever expected my ineptitude.
There is no light
here. I keep thinking there's gonna be one in here, but I don't think there is. Let me just check. No, I keep thinking there's gonna be one in here. I kind of remember the chests that were in this place. But not really. It's been a little too long. It's enough for me to just like have an imagining that they exist, but not really. Go in the green room, go to the end and drop down the thrallway. There's a small room on the right side. We've also been down here. We did explore this. There we go. Alright. What's next? In the green room, okay, after the green room, there's a semicircle. You run along. Yep, jump down, first fight. There is a ledge on the side of the jumping platform. After the green room, there is a semicircle you run along to make the jump down to the first fight. There is a ledge on the side of the jumping platform. Go down and inside. Okay. I think I understand my instructions. Can I stand up, please? It's a real Slim Shady. All right. I'm gonna go through here. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about the shortcut, bro. It's the way that I knew there was a shortcut. And I just forgot all about it. Okay, they said I need to come over here. The jumping platform, there's a slide. Oh, here it is. Alright, that should be 6. Alright, 7. Only appears after you destroy all 6 oracles in the same area as number 6, but on the other side where the Vex portal is, behind... Okay. Just something weird happened with the website there for a second. Okay, it's the same area, but on the other side. Okay. I believe this is where you used to do the oracles, is where it wants me to go. And then from here, it's just jump. Ooh, please. Okay. Music is so loud in my ears. Hopefully it wasn't nearly as loud for you as it was for me. There it is. I'm still gonna go down there. Just because I kind of miss it. This was such a pain in the ass to do in the past. This platform gives me anxiety. Bing, 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 bing. Want that to death. Ow! My body. There used to be like a whole thing here. I'm glad there isn't anymore. Alright, so in theory I got them all, right? In theory that's it. We did it. We did the puzzle. Yep, we found all 7. We got the ship. Now all I have to do is do this under 13 minutes. The thing is, I don't think I can kill in 15 minutes or 13 minutes is my only issue. Having to go through 4 bosses in under 13? It's kind of Rufio, you know? Alright, let's see. What else do we got? What else do we got? A lot of things, actually. We actually have a ton of things to do. That's actually probably the easiest thing I could possibly do. Create 100 orbs of power. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let me switch over to my void build. And I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to eternity, baby. Take me to Grasp of Avarice. Alright, so we got our 7 oracles. We got our sheep. I'm rocking a Normandy. But we got our new version of the ship. It looks nice. Like, it has that Vexy feel to it now. This is where you got the Taken. I don't think I have it on me. I believe this is where you got the Taken Transmat originally. What's the old one look like? Now that I'm thinking about it. We have Craven. The real question is, when did Whisper actually come out? Ah, there it is. 1,000 wings. This is what it used to look like. So now it has a little bit more of a Vexy feel to it. Okay, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. A nice little way to differentiate both of them. The OG and the new one. Without making it feel too different. For the FOMO, for the people who experience FOMO out there. Our FOMO boys. Give me all them orbs. Get your hands up. I want them orbs. Give me them orbs. Orbs. So I was looking at an extension for DIM, Destiny Item Manager. And I really only use DIM for its weapon and armor capabilities, but like you could also look at all of your bounties on them, and you could also look at any progress you've made with vendors. Also, what vendors have, I believe, it's really an all-encompassing app that I don't take full advantage of. Damn, nailed him. Give me the morphs. If you're wondering, in this, in the beginning of this Grasp of Avarice, you get your abilities back based off how many of these fake Ingrams you pick up. So if you're wondering why my super came back ASAP, it's because of that. We demolish that man. How are we doing? 50? Not bad. Not mad about it. I think I can technically also finish for Orbs of Power. Am I still not dead here? Oh, there we go. Wow, it took that long for you guys to kill me? That's kind of embarrassing for you guys. To be completely honest with you, kind of embarrassing. And did you like those oops? Those oops. Wasn't a bad little pickup. Yep, we're at 84, only a few more. Basically, I should be using like a hand cannon or something. Maybe I should try out that Midnight Coup roll that everyone was arguing about like 4 weeks ago. Oh no. What will I ever do now? Plumhouse, JK. There we go. Got him. Alright, let's go over here so we can die in peace. So you can see I have a little timer next to Burden by Riches. When that reaches 0, I reach 0. Gonna boop. Alright, let me see what we got here. I need to do pulse rifles, hand cannons, swords, and the recluse. Alright. And SMGs. Let me throw these over here. Let's see. Where's the Midnight Coup? This Midnight Coup? This is Midnight Coup. I never really enjoyed this weapon when we had it in the game before. But maybe I like it now. I don't know. What am I to say? Midnight Coup, what are you? A 140? I can live with that. And the other one is an SMG. I have 1,000 SMGs on me. I won't worry about that. I do need a pulse rifle, though. I do kind of like Peace of Mind. I haven't shot it in a while. It's still 1600 if that tells you anything about where I'm at nowadays. I'm gonna boop that. Alright, let's try it out. Give me that Midnight Coup. And give me this. It looks nice. I like it. Okay. And it sounds exactly like old Midnight Coup. I'm sure people are very happy about that. I feel like it handles better than original Midnight Coup, but that might just be me. I like the scythe a lot more than I liked it on the original one, I think. I think the original had, like, spikies coming out on the other side of it. I'd have to pull an old Midnight Coup to really remember. It is 140 range, though. What does it come with? This is the curated roll. Accurized. Give me minor spec. Technically has kinetic tremors. You have to shoot it a lot though to proc kinetic tremors, I think, on singles. Oh, I shouldn't have picked that up. I didn't have to do that. Oh, I should probably check if I need precision shots. I'm going for headies just to kill them faster, but yeah, they need to do precision damage. This might be a little obnoxious. Actually, I think I should have just let myself die there. So I would not have to deal with this anymore. I think I'm gonna chill up here. Get a nice little angle on these boys. And start popping some heads. I don't love that I don't one-shot these red bar acolytes. If I die, I die. I'm not too worried about it. Hello! It's a Vicious! ¿Cómo estás, Vicious? We shooting ducks in a row, I see. Yeah! Like, I got some bounties. I gotta murder some guys. Hello. Do you want to give me your riches? Thank you. It's unfortunate if they get to me, though. It's almost... it's really hard to hit them in the head when they're right next to me. I believe I did white damage on that guy. Shame. I hope you're doing the Delvici's. Hope you're doing good, feeling good. Got any plans for this Sunday? one of those real quick. Boop. Hold on. Boop. Bye-bye. Woke up, decided pasta was for breakfast. You know, it'd be like that sometimes. And you know what? Pasta bangs for breakfast, so I don't blame you. You just have to wait for a bit. Yeah, we're at a loot cave. We're at the original Destiny 1 loot cave, but in Destiny 2, where it is now a meme. We're at the beginning of Grasp of Avarice, the dungeon, which starts off right next to the loot cave from Destiny 1. All of these are explosive engrams. They're not real. I don't get anything out of them. Except, death. Eventual death. If I let the timer go down, I will explode. My greed will have become too much, and I will have exploded. I like the pirate theme. It's very good, Avarice. You've seen it played a couple times? Yeah, Mama... Yeah, gonna call Mama Dukes? Hell yeah. And Popovich has got it covered? Good. Yeah, I like Grasp of Avarice too. There's just a section... I feel like in all these dungeons, there's always a section I don't like about it. That feels like a genuine slog. In Pit of Heresy, it's the boss. In Ghost in the Deep, it's the beginning section, and the boss. Ghost of the Deep is a real slog. Oh my god, what is it called? Not Seven Seraph. This guy's so annoying. Stop shooting at me. It would be, not really the beginning. The beginning is a little annoying, but not that annoying. I would say it's the fish. When you're at the beta fish, that's where it's super annoying on the, I don't remember the name of it. It's where you get it's the cowboy theme one. On Mars. I forget what it's called. That one's a slog also. This one is the one where you're, like, catapulting to the different islands. That one's a pain in the ass to do. It's just a little too long. It's very cool, a little too long for me and my sensibilities. And I'm thinking about these in, like, a solo perspective. Because they're also long in, like, in the group setting. But they're unbearable in a solo setting. Fuck off, brother. Too bad they got rid of that space pirate mission. There were times I wanted to play it again, but cool missions that go away at the end of the season annoy you. Space pirate mission. Space pirate mission. Space pirate mission. Space pirate mission. Alright, there you are. The one with Mithrax? Yeah, it is the obnoxious thing about the paid content that it's kind of one and done. Like, it's not my favorite of the content that they make. Not always, but I do enjoy some of the missions. I wish you would keep them around. I feel like it would fill up the game a little bit more. You know, the thing that we always complain about, that there's not enough content for us to do. I know that they bring in some of the stuff into the content for like battlegrounds and stuff, but there's just some of the like normal missions they could do that I'd just be happy to have them exist in the ecosystem of the game. Even if like people would have to wait like a whole year to play them. Like people who didn't pay for it. Because they keep them around for like the whole year minus the missions. I swear these witches just spawn faster and faster when I don't want to fight them. Only thing I don't like about farming in this place is that these engrams explode and therefore kill my targets that I'm trying to kill. Will you stop it? Holy shit, you're punching the fuck out of me. With my dying breath, I kill you. I think they were called the boarding actions, the one where Spider is having you board Elixir pirate ships and loot them. Oh, yeah. It was the, Oh, you spawned me very close. The one where it is the 6-person activity. Oh, damn it, I picked it up. I feel like that one wasn't even my fault. I think it was just right behind me. And I didn't see it. Oh, well, that guy took care of himself. I wish I could shoot these to, like, destroy them faster. Alas. Alas. Let's see, of all those guys that mobbed me, I didn't pick up one of the engrams. I'm not playing on the right part of my keyboard. And that's what's causing me more annoyance because I'm missing my shots. Because I'm trying to play so close to the edge of my desk. It's just not how this rolls. Shame. Yeah, the season they were looking for Netherix parts. Yeah. It was a Misrek season, I remember. It was like... That had some very annoying triumphs to get associated with it. I like those, though. I also like the idea of having to go on, like, those asteroids out in the Taken Shore. I like those missions too. Big fan. I would love to do like those sort of missions with other people. As like match-made content. Like back in the day, you used to be able to do... There would be mission nodes. Where you could do like missions. Kind of like there is in Europa right now. To be able to do mission nodes, and you can't anymore, and I'm sad about it. At 67%. Not bad. Sometimes doing this makes me feel like, I'm in the Thrallway. Well, people would go to the Thrallway. I would just go to like I want to go to like right before the end because that was so obnoxious to get to solo. I'd rather just get to the darkness zone. I'm trying really hard not to like spawn kill them so they don't just die on the engrams. These stupid thralls are just reminding me of how obnoxious that was to do. Shattered Throne, yeah, Shattered Throne, yeah. It's like when you're doing the like the catwalks to where you have to avoid the ogres murdering you, and obviously falling to your death. Oh, this is not good for my health. If Shirochi's checkpoint wasn't all thralls, that would be the more convenient of these to do. Thralls are so obnoxious, as you can see, to hit in the head. This thing's gonna kill like all of my hive. I'm also gonna die before I get to do much here. I would rather die. I was getting pretty high up there. You can only hold about 100 of these engrams before you can't pick up it anymore. And then your timer's gonna run out anyways. God, I haven't used Outlaw on a hand cannon in such a long time. I think I have a palindrome with Outlaw. I forgot what it was like. Not a big hand cannon girly. Because they're pretty useless in most contents. I hate when they give you like 12 of the same quests of just murder things with these weapons. Because it's such a tedious task. Especially when like 3 of the weapons are the same kind. Like I've already done my hand cannons. I've done my work. There are worms. They were so young. Sometimes you gotta just pick these up so they don't explode themselves on them. I'll be completely honest with you. That's like my #1 motivation for picking up these engrams. I've already done my Luna's Howl. I already did the Midnight Coup. Already did all these quests. Reaching off of. Very weird, champ. I should do like Last Word or something that's really good at like hip firing so I can hit these guys a little bit better. I guess we're almost done. I guess what's the point of switching now? Oh, where'd you go? Oh, well, hell is where he went. Where am I at? 88%? We were at 67 last time I checked. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my shipping container. Things felt faster when I was over there. But yeah, so those are the things I'm thinking about for Void 1680 at the moment, at least. I have other ideas, but I need a little bit more time to like fully realize them in my head. So right now, it's just making sure is creating like fake ads to play. On during the real ads. After every song block. God, I feel like I just killed you guys. And then I don't know. I really need to figure out what I want to do for this song request. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do a trial run of the game this weekend, like rules as is, to see what rules I think are gonna work for stream and which ones aren't. A lot of the times, most of the time, solo games are made for you, yourself, and you on your own time. Or maybe, you know, just like as a little do your own adventure activity. They're not really made with like a visual stream in mind. Just almost like a more meditative process. So trying to think about a good way to translate it onto a stream. And a tinier stream, that is also another thing I need to keep in mind. Because I can have like grandiose ideas, but that would also be delusional. Like, certain things just simply won't work. You didn't die? Oh my god. One shot. Actual. This, I know, so I've said before that I like to spend my, the time doing my solo runs, my solo games as a practice in improving my solo play, but also rapidly defeating combatants. This is where I wish I had a Shiroshi, a checkpoint. That'd be a really easy way to rapidly defeat some targets. I'm not 100% sure them exploding is really helping my case here. %. I did not check where I was before, so I'll give it a chance here. You didn't die, brother? Alright. We are at 10%, so I got 1% from that. My next one is swords. Let's do Shiroshi. Let's go do the Shiroshi checkpoint. Oh god, 100 things make you so happy. It's just nice. Just watching everything explode around you is real satisfying.
For generations, the Dreaming City housed one of the Awoken's most closely guarded secrets. She is known as Riven. Riven of 1,000 Voices. The last known Ahamkara. She has been taken, and her death is your calling.
Voice acting, hell yeah. How did I miss Shiroshi? Wait, hold on. Here we go. I basically had this thing memorized back in the day. And now it's been a little too long.
You are finally here, Brother Slayer. Spawn Killer. All that strength and you're still nothing but a retainer to the Awoken Queen. You could be so much more. All you need do is wish it. Come. I would quite like to meet you.
Well, open the fucking door already. I don't think I've had Uldren's voice here. Granted, we won't hear them anymore. But I don't think I've had Uldren's voice as my Riven. I get Zavala and Ikora all the time. All right. Oh, this doesn't ricochet. Hopefully it doesn't ricochet in the poor direction. That would make me very sad. These are all birds, so I just have to go through all of the fish and the snakes first. Oh, and the dragons, right? Dragons are before the birds also, which is a shame. That's why Shiroshi is probably the most obnoxious one of these to type in, because most of these are birds. Okay. You're a big flappy. There we go. And then these guys are this bird, not the other bird. Alright. Alright, these are half snakes, half birds. We have Cloud Snake and 2 Y snakes. Alright. Then we have Cloud Snake. And then it is the birds correlated to the ones in the corner. There we go. Alright, then Y snakes. And then we keep with a trend of birds. Oh, I got jebaited by Knifebot. Make sure to stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Or whatever a hydration drink you have near you. It's getting warmer, at least here in the States, so... you gotta make sure to stay hydrated. Alright, that one is Swoopy, this one is... that one. Need to keep hitting these to reset them, because I fucked those up. Alright, it's just easier if I go in order like this. We have birds and snakes. You guessed it, folks. It's more birds and snakes. Let's go. Okay, it's Y snakes and 8 snakes. So these 3 in the middle are 8 snakes. And then we have our Y snakes right there. And then we have birds correlated to this one. So this is going to be Swoopy Boy. The other one's going to be Big Wings. Alright, that should be it. I wish to stay here forever. I wish I could just always have the Shiroshi checkpoint. But at least this is an easy way to get it solo instead of having to find like some checkpoint bot to give it to you. Alright. Let's go back to our... No, we already got a hand cannon. I just need to get my SMG. Let me get an SMG up top here. Just so I can have another one. All of these guys are going to be taken, so let's throw that taken spec on there. We have a reload speed. Master Rick, say less. Put that shit on right now. And more importantly, I'm switching off of Void. Let's go with this. Put that on, and I need to put a sword on. What do you have? Repulsor Brace? That's actually going to be real bad for me. Let me get another sword. Repulsor Brace, real good at killing, real bad at not killing everything real quick. What does this do? Okay, okay, that's fine. All right. Oh yeah, let's go. Shiroshi. It's so funny going from speaking to Shiroshi in like seasonal content. And then like coming here constantly to murder her. A real disconnect. Ooh, maybe. I have to have a Risk Runner just shitting there. Let's see, we'll do it on the next reset. Stop. Alright, well, that's going to be the beginning of next time. We're at 19%, so we are getting a good percentage there. Let me see. Where is my Risk Runner? There you are. I haven't used my Risk Runner in a little bit. It's been a little while. 43 kills. To keep that in mind. 43 kills. We got a good little percentage there. Let's see. I don't know why I keep reloading. I don't need to. Just habit, I guess. Once again, don't need to reload, but yeah, here we are. Oh, sweet, we got the other proc to go. Let's go. I don't know what prompts the game to give me that one, but sometimes it doesn't. We got it. We got Because we were at, what, 19% last time? So it does proc. Let's go. That makes this so much easier. Good call, Lysander, good call. I'm now thinking what would be good for the pulse rifle, if there's any pulse rifle out there that has a good chaining effect. Because that's the one I truly wasn't looking forward to doing. Nothing there, I don't think. Oh, Graviton Lands might do it for me, actually. Yeah, that one. The Happy Fun Ball Rifle. Yeah, that one. That's a good one. That's a good way to put it. Why do you guys want to hit me? Rossi. There we go. Just like any of you want to hit me real quick? I could have sworn these guys' melee attacks were arc. But I must have been mistaken. Oh, and yes, then we got the other spawn. Let's go. Can you still arc grenade at yourself to proc it? Probably. Honestly, probably. Let's see. Oh, and I actually have a nade that'll hurt me now. Oh my gosh. I used to never pay attention to that because every nade didn't hurt me. No nade hurt me as a hunter that I had. But now I do. Now we all have one. Oh, I needed to hit the thing. Oh. Next run. Oh, she hit me. I didn't think she hit me from back there. But I guess she did. For sure, she procs it. My friends still run this gun so much. Oh right, hunter nades were weird. Yeah, we had all shitty ones. All our arc nades were shitty. And now they're all our nades. Now we all have the shitty nades. My nade is your nade. How are we doing? 58%, we're getting there. Oh, peak stretch. Oh, man. I'm very happy it is a Friday. It is Friday, right? Yeah. Yep, still works. Oh, I don't have recovery on. That sucks. Or recuperation or whatever it's called now. Or I pick up an orb and it heals me. Don't got it. Should really just put an explosive weapon on. So I can end this quick. I have a sword on because I need to do sword for my next one. We have Recluse, we have Sword, and we have Pulse Rifle. Those are our last three. Hey, Crit Witch! How you doing? Hope you're having a good Friday. Oh, sorry. I actually need you to hit me. I'm very used to just running by and avoiding her. Hello. My DPI, I can't remember what setting I had my DPI on. It got reset when I was moving my computer and moving my connections around. And like I haven't been able to feel comfortable shooting in Destiny since. Mostly, I'm trying to fight off an illness that's trying to get a hold. No, lots of sleep the last 2 days. I'm sorry to hear that, Crit Witch. I hope you can fight that sucker off before it latches on. That mean SOB. Get out of here. We don't want you here, illness. Never been lead enough to make DPI make a difference. It's just so because I did a lot of FPSs in my mid to late 20s to now. It became imperative for me to understand. So one of the things that was drilled into me when I was in music school was to make sure I took care of my make sure I missed the first thing. I'm amplified now. That's something, I guess. Was the taking care of my ears and how easy it is for oh, I'm gonna die if she hits me. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, now I can come back here. Yes. I would like... Oh, there we go. Knights hitting me also works. And so... The care... I had heard about... I used to watch a lot of Dota. And a lot of people stream Dota. And I would hear all the time about them complaining about wrist pain and, like, going to the doctor and being told that they were showing like early signs of carpal tunnel and or had carpal tunnel, or would injure themselves in one way or another. And so it became really apparent to me that if you play a lot on the computer with micro movements, you're probably going to hurt your wrist with that repeated motion, kind of like tennis elbow, right? When you move your arm, when you utilize your elbow a lot. So it became important to me to learn what some of the things, how to kind of counteract that. And one of the things that's really good to not hurt your wrist by making a lot of micro movements, by having really high DPI, because I used to play on a laptop. And so I had a mouse I would connect to my laptop. And then in my room, the best place I could get Wi-Fi back in the day was on my bed. And it was the same in college. My bed had like the best area for Wi-Fi. And when you're online gaming, obviously that's like your number one priority, having good connection. So I would have like, imagine like a notebook that was like, it wasn't an 18 by 10, but it was only slightly larger than, or an 8 by 10. It was slightly larger than that. It was maybe like a 9 by 12, like a notebook that was like cardboard, and plastic. So it was a little hardy. And then I had like your standard little SteelSeries mouse pad on top of it. And that's where I would play. I would play Dota on my little mouse pad. So and then prior to that I had a laptop, so I would just, mess around with the trackpad. And that's how I played TF2 back in the day. I was a sniper and I used to be on my little trackpad and like use my thumb as like my shoot button. And so that's what I had back in the day. And so what I learned is that how you should move your mouse is with large sweeping motions with your arm. Like if you need to like turn quickly this way or this way in the game, you want to use your arm to do that. And for any more minute like movements that you need to do, you can do those with your wrists, right? But like the lower your DPI, the more sweeping of a motion you have to do. And so it's better to have a lower DPI, and if you have the room, obviously, on your desk to like do sweeping motions. So like for me, if I'm going from my keyboard to the end of my desk, starting here, I get about this far, right? And when I'm lazy, I lower my DPI so I don't have to move my arm as much, and instead I just move my wrist. But yeah, it's much better for you to do large sweeping motions with your arm, because you're utilizing the hinge, right? And you're also moving your shoulder. So you're using multiple muscles to do it, instead of just straining one muscle over and over and over again. And that's what will help you out with things like carpal tunnel, along with like doing like your finger stretches. And if you have one of those grip strengtheners, those are pretty good too, also, to just like make sure your fingers are moving and don't get stuck like curled. You kind of want to try a trackball instead. I've heard it takes getting used to. I've heard various opinions, and from what I've realized, it's personal preference what you feel there. But yeah, so that's why I mess with my DPI a lot, is because I know I'm on the computer a lot. I know I'm playing shooters, and I know I'm like constantly going hoo 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 if I'm like shooting, right? Because I'm making my new movements because I want to hit the head of my enemies or their weak spots. So I want to be precise in my shots. It also helps to be Warlord's boss CP ×2. I want to do a Warlord CP real quick. I don't need to do a Warlord CP. I could do a Warlord CP. Let me see this. Let me look at some messages real quick, see what they got to say. ×2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I went over there and I looked. Okay. I just won't even reply to that. I went over to check on that Discord to see if they had 2. And no, they failed. Oh, I'm not dead yet. Boop, now I am. So yeah, that's why I try to prioritize it. But also it's why I notice it a lot now, because I've gotten very accustomed to whatever DPI I have it set to. But because I have a little button on my mouse that I could just switch between, I never look at what number it is anymore. It's not even that low. It's just low enough. So it's not obnoxious for me to deal with. But low enough that I am utilizing my arm instead of... I am utilizing my arm instead of just my my wrist. And I would recommend it. It's just a little hard on this desk that I have now because it's not a desk, it's a table, so it's a little taller than where my arms would naturally sit on my on a desk. So like between the top of the arms on my desk chair versus my desk is about 1.5 inches or 2, I think is what I measured last time. Which is enough to just be inconvenient on an inconvenient enough incline to cause a little bit of stress on my wrist, no matter what I do. So it's a little obnoxious. I'm very much looking forward to, in the future, getting a new desk. Like an actual desk and not a table. But I'm saving up for a standing desk because I think it would really benefit me. It would benefit me and my health to have a standing desk. And I'm thinking of getting a, what is it called? A flexi spot standing desk, because I don't need anything fancy. I just need it to work as a desk. But also have at least 2 pre-programs, you know? 2 options to be pre-programmed so I can have it stand up to a certain height and to come down at a certain height. Good luck with that. I hope the desk works out. Thank you. Yeah, it's like, that's what I'm hoping for in the future. Just saving up for it. I was originally going to like make my own desk. And one day I would eventually like to, and then just add a kit to it so it could become a standing desk. But by God, is wood so fucking expensive? It's insane. So it eventually got to the point where like the price, like just the graphs went in opposite directions for standing desks and a wood top for a desk. Whereas yeah, totally understand. Whereas in the electric desk or stand-up desk, prices started going down, and instead of all being high-end prices, they came down to mid-price range, and then they came down to a low-price range. Meanwhile, a tabletop from like IKEA, like one of those like wooden butcher countertops almost, but not really. They're not meant for countertops, but like that's the easiest way to explain it. Those prices went from like pretty low to like high-end very quickly over COVID. And I could not believe my goddamn eyes. Because I was gonna buy a cheap little desk right as about where COVID started. I was gonna buy like a cheap little desk to replace this one. And keep this but use it as like a table instead of my everyday desk. And I could not believe it was going to be at IKEA. But because it was COVID, I couldn't, like, beginning of COVID, I couldn't go pick it up And I also couldn't... Oh, I already got this, huh? I got this message a little while ago, where it said I got it. It sure did, huh? I guess our next one is our pulse rifle. I don't think I have a graviton lance pulled. I'll check though. Graviton forfeit. Graviton lance? No, I don't have one pulled. I'll have to pull one. Graviton lance. What's Graviton forfeit? Oh, Graviton's forfeit is the helmet. Hey, stop that. I'm surprised I didn't die, to be completely honest with you. I'm gonna have to put a reload thing on this one. So by the time I did get around to be able to like pick it up, it's expensive. It was so expensive. Straight up could not believe my eyes expensive. It went from being like a little over $100 to like closing in on 200. And I'm like, well, if I'm gonna be spending like almost $200 on this, I might as well just save up to make my own desk, she naively thought. And then, by the time, like, you know, going out and being able to interact with people and buy wood, safely, I could not. And then I was like, I'll just wait for the prices to go down, she said naively. I'm sure they'll go down eventually, right? Right, guys? The price will go down? It did not. So, I've been like in this place where I'm just like, well, do I still want to? Like, I have, like, here, let me stand up here. Let me... you're not gonna be able to see it now that I'm thinking about it, but I have a piece of paper here with like what I want for my desk, for my like desk space, my workspace. And can you guys see it? Not really. You can just see that there's lines on it. I was just like, well, this is like the size I want things to be, and this is like approximately where I want, and this is where I'd want this, and that's where I want that. Because I had like grandiose ideas from like watching people mod their cars during quarantine. People would like do things on their where their arms would go, that like middle seat area, but like I was looking at trucks that were 2-seaters and just had like the middle area wasn't a 2.5, it was just where like you throw your shit and like your drinks and stuff. I saw a lot of people take those wireless chargers and just install it under it, or like where their cup holder was, they just throw it in and it would like charge it. And so I had like grandiose ideas about like creating a little spot on the desk so I could put one of those in, and then I could just throw my phone in that area, or like I didn't know if I ever wanted to go with like a wireless mouse. And in that case, I could have like an area that I would put the mouse so it would charge overnight or whatever. I had grandiose notions about cool things I could do, like make the desk a little bit more high tech, right? Dang price gouging mega corporations, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought so. And you know, there's still a chance. Like if the desk ends up having good bones, I could always work on just saving up for a good top. If it doesn't come with one, I have no idea. I just tend to not trust the wood that comes from mass-produced furniture. Oh, that was only a short one. That only gave me one spawn. Feels bad, man. And like I had ideas for like things for like my cords where they would go built in to like the PC or to the desk and stuff, and then like it would be to dimension, because I was having a lot of trouble with, in particular with this desk, I have trouble because I can't mount my monitor arm to the back of this table because it has as a piece of wood pretty much flush with the legs and the back and the back of the wood, so it's just like a sheer back end, and so, or it's just flat, and so I can't clamp anything back there, which was inconvenient for like mic arms or like any sort of anything that like clamps onto the desk, including my monitor arm, so I have to have it off to the side. So I'm not I'm not in the middle of my desk, I'm off to like the right hand side of it, and so all of this space is unused. And like it's also kind of weird, champ, because I used my mounted TV as my second monitor for the most part, so I want to be like centered with it, but I can't, so I moved off to the side a little bit. It's like there's a lot of little things. Also, like I wanted to have like a surge protector with like a slot built into the table so I could just slide it in. And now all of these things are just now going to have to be extensions. Like I could still do those things, it just won't be built in. I'll have to buy some sort of like plastic or metal contraption to do it for me. But mostly I'm excited to just have another desk space. Because I have a record player that I'm not using because I don't have space for it anywhere. But when I can use this as a secondary table, I can finally put my record player off in the corner. And a bunch of other small things that I've kind of been putting off. That would be annoying, lol. It's really inconvenient, to say the least. I've learned to live with it, but it is inconvenient. How we doing? Okay. What is that one? Rapidly DP. Okay. Not me finishing the rapidly defeat before I finish the get kills with a pulse rifle. Honestly, I still can't believe they allow this weapon to exist as is. This is such a broken weapon. But yeah, now that, like, the desk I'm looking at is just, like, shy of 300. Because I want a long desk. And ideally, if I can find one, a deep desk also. I won't be heartbroken if I don't get a deep desk, but I would like at least a long one. Like, I'm thinking... I have to measure it out. It's anywhere between 55 and 60 inches long that I would like. And then... I mean, at least 2 feet. At least 24 inches deep. But if I can get it, like, to 28, you know, that would be ideal. But, like, the space I'm working with right now is 24, and, like, I'm not distressed by having that amount of space. It just would be nice to have more space. That guy popped off. Oh, got him. Alright, we got that one, we got that one, we got that one. Alright, all I gotta do is spin the... Wait, do I have to use the... No, just swords. I just need to use swords. Okay. Can I just use my Falling Guillotine now that it's about to be... Give it its one last hurrah before it is forgotten forever, because it's not going to be used pretty much ever again once I get the... If I get a new good one. And let's put Pickens back on it. Oh, let's do Surrounded. Not that any of these guys are going to hurt me, really. But it's just... I never get to use Surrounded. And I farmed for this sword to have both of them, and by golly, I'm going to use it. Spin to win. Spin to win. Spin to win and spin to win and... Oh, I'm over here now. Joke's on you. Spin to win. 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 Oh, I'm in danger? No, I think you're in danger. I have Mountaintop on me. No, Mountaintop's the only thing that I think can kill me quickly. Let me look for Mountaintop, Mountaintop, Mountaintop. Oh, it's on my Titan, of course. Where else would it be? There we go. I think that's what you want, more or less. And I want a second desk? Yeah, no. Same. Which is why it's nice, because this is a nice sturdy... It's technically a table that was used out in the hallway before. But after the flood, this one just ended up in my room and it just never left. This is now my desk. And I like it because it has drawers, but as my main desk, I hate it because it has drawers. Because that means I can't, like, get close and under my desk. I'd have to lower... I can't even lower my, my chair arms to get under the drawers. And, like, actually push in and be, like, right up on my desk. Instead, I have to, like, lean in to do so. And I don't need to be, like, right up on my desk all the time. But sometimes I do. It stops me from goblining, because sometimes I just really want to be close and personal with whatever I'm reading or whatever I'm doing. And it causes me to, like, inch forward. But I'm going to be moving this desk over here. Because I want an L desk, but I don't want an L-shaped desk. I want an L-shaped workspace, but not an L-shaped desk. Because L-shaped desks, I had one before, and it was real heavy. It was very heavy, and when I needed to take it out of this room, or whenever I wanted to rearrange anything in this room, or in that room, I couldn't. It was not possible. So I couldn't replace it, because I didn't want to take it out. It was really nice because I had like all this space, all this workspace, and like a place for a printer instead of just taking it in and out of a box. That was real nice. So I'm going to take this and I'm moving it over there, because it's not very long. I would say it's... I don't remember where I put my ruler. But if I had to guess... I would say it's probably 4 feet-ish. Which is perfect for what I want on this side. So I look forward to doing that in the future. But I have to say, I'm almost there. I'm about halfway to getting a desk in the future. I think I have 150 saved up for it. And barring anything being needed with that money. You know, knock on wood. My savings continue to be my savings. Like, before the summer ends, or like a really good sale comes around, I'll be able to afford it. Because like I said, they're pretty cheap nowadays. Like I said, this one's just shy of 300 that I'm looking at. But with like taxes and stuff like that, it'll probably be 300. I'm looking to probably get it at 250 if I'm lucky. Oh, I'm trying to kill things with my sword. Ew, whoopsie. Wow, this doesn't kill you like it used to, huh? I have concussive dampener on? I sure do. So that's what I want, because I want to set, because I like doing crafts. I like doing crafty things, and I have a large desk mat on my desk, so I have to move my desk mat off of my desk so I can work with like glue and things, so this doesn't get full of trash, or God forbid I'm working with something with like glitter. So I don't want my mouse pad there. I want, especially when like I'm writing something, I want to do that on a hard top, not like this cushy mouse pad. So I need to remember to use this. I am looking forward to being able to do crafty things on my other desk. I also kind of want to learn. Now, I've never been great at working with like yarn or like crochet and stuff like that. I don't really get it too much. Like the instructions don't always make a ton of sense to me. That's because I'm real trash at understanding things that are written instructions. Oh, you really can just do mountaintop bounces up, huh? Can I do like 1, 2, 3? I'll be damned. I'm gonna stand on this while I slowly try and end myself. I think I'm better off just waiting here. I'll be completely honest with you. Maybe hit myself with the mountaintop as I'm running to a plate and then just die on the plate. That's my goal. The only thing is I don't know what I want to do with the corner here. My original plan was to get like a smaller table in the middle. In my mind, I was just going to use the extra wood that I was going to use to make my other desk and use that to make a smaller square table. So it would fully extend both desks. So instead of intersecting them like this, like that, where my desk would intersect about halfway with the other desk, they would meet up in the corners, and then in the space in that corner that's left to my corner of the room, I would have that extra little table. But now I no longer have that extra wood that I was planning on using. So because I had this idea, I really like those like industrial looking shelving units with like that look like they have pipes and they have the pipes and then they have the shelving that goes in between them. I really like that look. And it's because it's going to be in the corner of the room, I like that it's going to be a little bit darker. Because I also like deep, rich, colored wood. I don't know what the stain would be, but I like that deep, rich color. Kind of like if you ever see like the any of my game night stuff, that like color of the background is very similar to this desk or this table. And like I love that color. So that's the same like color-ish I would have of the shelving shelves. But I was gonna stop them on top of the table, right? So they would be like, it wouldn't be integral to the structure that they held on to the desk, but it would be extra structure on the desk, right? And that's what I had planned. I had planned to do shelves on that corner, coming down with that like industrial look. And that's where I would like put knickknacks and stuff. I have like this collection of a bunch of turtle things that I would love to put on it. Though I think I would want it to be like a feature in the thing, which you know, if I make them, I could do. But it was gonna have that table there, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now IDK my BFF still. I mean, I guess I could still do them. It was just this table's not long enough to reach where I would want it and fill in that corner. Maybe I still go with it. Maybe I just look for a table that's tiny, or maybe it would just be cheaper to make a tiny little corner square table than it would be to like make a desk. Because I could just make it out of plywood, you know? I wouldn't have to do anything special. It would just have to exist. It would just have to be there. I really need to get in between these guys and kill them before they kill me. It's really what I need to do here. So I'm doing that. So I'm really holding back and trying not to like buy anything, even if it's small, even if it's like a $5-10 purchase, to just do that. Ply has also gotten stupid expensive. Oh my god. Maybe, what is it called? MDF? The pressure, the like cardboard wood, essentially, as my dad would call it. The wood made out of ply, cardboard. Oh my god, what is it called? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, it turns out that having concussive dampener was actually really saving our lives, so I'm just gonna put 2 of those on. MDF? Is that what I said? MDF? MPF? Maybe I just use that for the what's up, because it doesn't need to be, it's not gonna have anything fancy. It's gonna hold on to those, it's just gonna be extra structure for those shelves. And also just so visually it looks like it ends. Because I have, the bathroom is right next to me. And I have the little panel that you use to like go in and look at the piping on this wall. And it's right there where the table would be. So I can't extend the shelving all the way down. I mean, I could. It would just be very inconvenient if ever the bathroom plumbing had to be messed with. Eek. I don't survive boss hitting, but I do survive anything else right now. Okay, there we go. I have enough health to deal with this. There we go. Because it doesn't need to do anything fancy, it just has to be a table. It could be your basic bitch table. All it needs to do is just match. Just be there. Just exist. Like, maybe I might put my desk over there. I don't know, it depends. Or my desk. I might put my my PC tower on it. I don't know. I'll have to see what it looks like, because I know this is a... I'd have to measure it out again. I just don't know where my tape measure is. So I've been like real lazy to like go out and look for it. I did the thing where you clean and you organize, thinking like, ah yes, this will make my life more convenient. Organizing everything and putting it in its place. And then you just never find what you need ever again. Because you put it somewhere and you don't know where. And cleaning you and you everyday you are two completely different people. One of them is delusional and the other one is realistic. And I don't know where it is. I simply do not know where it is. It realistically cannot be in many places, but by golly, is it not in any of those places? Have I looked in all of the places that I would normally have put it? Yes. I have looked in all those places multiple times. It is not there. I don't know where it is. Clearly it wasn't in its place. Clearly. And so, that's where I'm at the moment with it. Is I just need to... I need to measure out some stuff. Alright, I think we did it. I think we got all of them. Let's see. Spin to win. I sure did spin to win. We have Luna's Howl, Blast Furnace, and that one done. Let's go. Alright. Do I have to do anything here? Is there anything I can finish here? No. 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 Okay. Let's go talk to Hollow Shucks. Shucks of the Hollow. I find Shiroshi to be a lot more exciting than I find Grasp of Avarice for farming kills. I know a lot of people like Grasp of Avarice because I guess it's like more chill. You just sit there and you point and you shoot, but that's so boring for me. There's a real annoyance in doing so. But yeah, so I need a measure. I used to have like little tape. Remember back when I was delusional and I thought COVID wasn't gonna last that long because it was the beginning of COVID, and I was like, oh, quarantine 2 weeks, that'll be nothing. No, I knew. If someone's like, oh, we're quarantined, and I'm like, oh, it's the end of the world, is that what's happening right now? I've watched movies before. I know what's happening right now. This is it. GG's. It was a good one. But I did think that wood prices... I naively thought prices weren't gonna, you know, be ridiculous. But, you know, here we are.
Don't waste it.
Yeah. Alright, that's one. It's Blast Furnace, Luna's Howl, Falling Guillotine, Recluse. That's the other one. Already done Mountain. I don't know why the little things go away when I walk in here, but it's mad obnoxious, let me tell you. If you're wondering, attuning to these weapons means that they are more likely to pop into the loot pool when you do the specific activity. When you do Onslaught, the specific activity associated with this grind.
Careful with that.
I shall do no such thing. I don't know the word careful. Did I get all of them? Oh no, I need to go grab Recluse. See, you appear when I'm far away, but once I get close, you're no longer there. And I feel like that's the wrong way to do this. Oh, you know I'm sturdy. I actually need a good forbearance, so I'd rather go for forbearance here.
Hopefully, this is as sturdy as you are.
Yeah, brother. Even though I'm not really doing onslaught right now, but
Hopefully,
I could. I'm not,
this is as
but I could.
sturdy as you are.
Oh, let's see. Let me drink some water. And let's see what Shax has to say to us. Recluse endangerment. Let me before I read this. So I got new wheels for my office chair finally. I got like the rollerblade ones instead of like the typical 2-wheel covered by something black. Collect every ounce of dirt that has ever existed, leaves it in the wheel, and then it gets gunked up with your hair over time. And then it like that wheel drags because it can't roll anymore. Yeah, those I used to have those, the normal office chair wheels. And I finally got rollerblade ones because I was sick of having to deal with that because I have long hair and a lot of it. Even though I clearly shaved the sides of my head and all the back of my head is shaved, I still have a lot of hair. Even though it's short, it's still a lot of hair. And so because I shed so much, because I have so much hair, it kept getting stuck in my chair's wheels. It was a whole thing. It was really fucking obnoxious. So I finally got these new ones. But like they're dichotomous in the way that they're really easy to roll around on. I can just go wee and I'll be gone, right? When I get out of my chair, my chair will go wee off into the distance if I put any sort of like roll pressure onto it. Any force and it'll go. These wheels might as well be frictionless. But whenever I'm like trying to get over this one particular tile in my room, the chair will sometimes just be like, I'm not, that's too much. That's too much of a hill. I can't get past it. I'm like, what do you mean? You get past all the other ones. Why not this one? And you're like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, is this Everest? Because I can't get past it. I'm like, are you serious? So if you ever see me like really struggle to like move forward, it's because I'm trying to surpass fucking Mount Kilimanjaro over here for my chair's wheels. All right, recluse endangerment. Lord Shack takes her new weapon and ensures that the receiver is empty before peering down the sight. Ah, the submachine gun. When only a wall of bullets will do. They were very popular during the Dark Age, she explains. Maybe it was all the small caliber ammunition left over from the collapse, or maybe people just had worse aim in those days. After light bearers had another century of training, precise fire rose in popularity. He hands the weapon back at you, but I was reading. That's what how dare you? I was in the middle. I was there for 0.5 seconds, game. How dare you kick me? I stopped to have a small little chat with my friends, and suddenly that's illegal now? Okay. I see you. I see you. I know who you are. Alright, gonna go back to the spot. Alright, as I was...
Hopefully, this is as sturdy as you are.
He hands the weapon back at me. But, like civilizations, weapon doctrines... I don't believe Shax would ever say these words. But like civilizations, people doctrines ebb and flow. Weapon doctrines ebb and flow. After Gaul kicked off the Red War, people realized that a wall of bullets is just a ticket against the Cabal infantry. That particular model is close to my heart, the legendary Titan says, his voice softening. I designed it long ago in honor of Shiraido, the former Queen's Wrath. Seeing it now gives me hope that perhaps I'll see her again someday. He snaps out of his reverie, but first, we've got the small matter of an ontological telekinetic god to sort out. Let's see how the witness deals with a generous helping of void munitions, shall we?
Careful
Oh,
with
it's the
this.
OG roll.
Actually, I don't care.
Okay, thanks, Shax. Be careful with this. Actually, I don't care. Okay, Shax. Blast from the past, Shax is practicing his vocal exercises as you approach. Banshee brought a brig, but the brig was broken. Banshee brought a guardian. Just keeping my voice warm for Crucible tonight. I see you've got the latest blast furnace, he says, gesturing to the rifle. Nothing says versatility like a good pulse rifle. They really came into their own during the City Age. Lots of range standoffs with the Fallen in those days. Sometimes gunfights would last for days on end. We took snack breaks, he reminisces. In situations like those, precision fire and tight shot groupings are a guardian's best friend. Nobody understands that better than Ada 1. That's why I insisted that blast furnace be included in the Brave Arsenal. It's good to see Ada back in the arms race, don't you think? I think it's amazing.
Careful with that.
Spin to win. Lord Shax throws up his hands in salutation as you approach. You heft the falling guillotine and see its cruel gleam reflected in Shax's visor. I don't know, I feel like I don't see anything reflected in Shax's visor. I wouldn't even really consider that a visor, I'll be completely honest with. Anyways, now that's a sword, he exclaims. I remember the first time I saw a guillotine. Just after the pyramid ships arrived in Seoul. Of course, the Titan continues, swords have always been part of the Lightbearer's arsenal, going all the way back to the Dark Age. But they fell out of style around the last time the last city was founded. He lowers his voice and leans forward conspiratorially. We were mostly fighting the Fallen in those days. People wanted a little bit more range, I suppose. But blades are never long out of fashion, he says, admiring your weapon. They had a renaissance during the Taken War. No more satisfying way to wade through a pack of thrall, I say. Yeah, true. We just saw it in action a little bit ago. Which reminds me, do pop in on Eris, would you? After all, she put a hive god to the blade herself just recently. I haven't had a proper go at a hive god in an age.
I hope you
Shax,
feel your hard work
down,
paid
boy.
off. There's a love of the fight in you, I think. Come back anytime.
Well, you know I will. Let me get some of these weapons off of my person. Oh, with a vengeance. Oh, gotta go speak to Eris Warren. Alright. Howl at the moon! Shax is kneeling in the courtyard, petting a happy war beast pup when you approach. Have a good night, Crit Witch! Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you continue to fight off that mean old illness that's trying to catch a hold of you. I'm wishing you all the health, and I'll talk to you later, Crit Witch. Thanks for stopping by. Aroo. Shax is kneeling in the courtyard, petting a happy war beast pup when you approach. The Crucible handler looks up to you. Guardian, have you ever rounded a corner in the Crucible and suddenly been face to face with another Lightbearer, he asked. Yes, they have. Oh, yes, they have. He coos at the slaughtering puppy. I watched it happen. In situations like those, he tells you, a hand cannon is the final word in short-range stopping power. He gestures to the firearm holstered at your side. I commissioned the first Luna's Howl as a gift to someone who lost their dearest companion on the moon, he says, lowering his voice in tribute. I'm reviving this model so that you'll have a reliable companion at your own against the witness, he concludes. And speaking of companions, pop in on Zavala, would you? With all the stress, I fear he's looking a little blue. Okay, Shax. Rolls eyes.
Be swift
Alright.
out there, Hunter. Let nothing hold you back.
Will do. Alright, we gotta go talk to Eris, who's on the moon.
I have an entire crucible to officiate, Guardian. Don't make me...
Look, I'm not making you wait. I'm not the one standing around here doing their own thing. I had another milestone. Gonna go talk to Vuvuzela. need to talk to Eris. I think that's it. I think those are the only two people they referenced directly. We talked about Shiraido, but that would suggest he wanted me to go speak to Mara. And I'll be completely honest with you. I think the next words Mara wants to hear out of my own mouth is, I'm ready to go in after Crow.
The corruption of the worm clings to your boot.
Okay, Eris, please. With a vengeance. Eris gives you a smile of acknowledgement as you approach. I hear that Shaxx has you on the front lines again, she says. Wielding weapons of ill repute, no less. The unofficial Iron Lord never was a master at subtlety. I would lend my expertise, she continues, but my transformation to and from Hive Godhood took a greater toll than even I anticipated. And regrettably, my body no longer recovers as quickly as it once did. You detect a note of persistent wariness in the former hunter's voice. In the absence of a ghost, I must make do with tea and silence. Let me then serve as a reminder, Guardian. Every creature has limits. For the lightless, they are hard and uncompromising. I suggest you visit a few more of us mere mortals. Devon and Hawthorne, for his insistence. Devon and Hawthorne, for instance. I'm sure your strength will raise their spirits, as it has mine. Oh. Alright. Let's go talk to Luluzella also then. Over on Le Tower. This is gonna make me sad. So happy they finally put this in the shop. I've wanted this forever. It looks so cool since it came out a few months ago. I almost bought it with like real money, but I don't use. First of all, I just don't use Thorn like that. But I was real tempted. Oh, also for anybody who is bounty stacking, make sure to not stack Crucible, Vanguard, or Gambit bounties, so no carry. Because they're changing up how these vendors work, and it's no longer bounties. I am back. Holding patterns. Commander Zavala gives you a weary wave as you approach. Guardian, I'm glad to hear that your siege-breaking operation is a success. Every member of the Witness's forces you defeat on Earth may well be one less we'll face on the other side of that portal. He gestures broadly towards the sky. That's especially important because we won't be able to bring all our forces through at once. It will be all we can to just keep the portal stabilized. We'll need to begin the assault with a small advance team, and you'll be the tip of the spear. He lets out a frustrated sigh. Unfortunately, until there's little left to do but wait. I've never had Saladin's patience, or Shaxx's raw instinct. For a titan like me, the calm before the storm is anything but. His attention is caught by a strident signal on his datapad. Another high priority report, no doubt. He gives you a brief nod. Go get some rest, Guardian. You'll need it.
Farewell.
Farewell. Let's see, is there anybody else I need to speak to today?
Registered.
No, nope. Nope, those are all those.
How are hidden operations on Mars?
I'm just gonna go this way because Ikora told me not to tell anyone, and I'll be completely honest with you, I'm more scared of Ikora than I am you,
Checking.
Zavala, so...
Done, done, done.
Dun dun dun. This was the original Recluse role. Master of Arms and Feeding Frenzy, Ricochet rounds, and Polygonal. stability masterwork. I'd much prefer range masterwork. I don't think this is the best role. We've far outgrown this, I think. In Destiny 2. I might still slap in it might still slap in the Crucible. I've taken out my old recluse here and there for another ride. Where's my recluse? I just wanna, before I end it, I just wanna compare the two, you know? I still have my OG recluse. I love this thing. It was so good in PvE and PvP. And Feeding Frenzy, Master of Arms, 1549.67. Ah, 1540. 47. 83.28. 63.28. Well, I'll be. They changed it up a little bit. Less range. This has a range masterwork, huh? Yeah. Less range, less stability. The stability was also really nice on it. But that's fine, because this has many different types of perks. So the only nice thing about this one is that it's oh, it's not the shiny version. It just is a version. Unless that is the shiny version? No, it's not. This is the shiny version. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Oh man, even the stats are even more different then. It's 1545, 77, 67. Oh, I just have the masterwork in the wrong spot. These are the same exact stats. But this is another stability. Yeah, this needs to be range for this to be the OG. Yeah, the only difference is that this is a shiny version of this role. And there's nothing different. It just looks different. That's it. The only difference is that this is shiny. And it's just no difference between these two. Except the shader. Oh man. Same thing with this Falling Guillotine. Same thing as my Falling Guillotine. It's just shiny. Whirlwind Blade. Heavy Guard. There's just better rolls for all of these weapons now. As mad as people were about sunsetting items, I can understand sunsetting content, but sunsetting items, it's just... we just have better stuff now. And that's why I was perfectly okay with it. I wasn't happy about it, but I was okay with it. Oh, hello. Scared me. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. It was a little bit of a later stream, but it's so funny. A Hipfire Headseeker. I love when there's two opposite perks on a weapon. I just think it's very funny. But thank you guys so much for watching. Cheeto. For watching. I really appreciate it. Next stream should be, if not Monday, Tuesday. Is that a new building? Were there always used to be green buildings down in the last city? I don't remember that building being there, but maybe it's always been there and I just don't remember. Or I've just never cared to really notice. But yeah, so... oh, I forgot I had... hold on.
I admire your work, Guardian. You're an artist.
Is this one look scary looking? Jury's out. There we go. This is a little bit nicer looking. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Next stream should be Monday or Tuesday. It depends on how busy I am on Monday. I'll come back talking about how I felt about Void. Sympathy for Mara is relatable content. I will hopefully be coming back with information about how I felt about the trial run of 1680 AM. And I'll hopefully have some more ideas to run by you guys on how the gameplay is going to go on stream and the stream integration. Crossing my fingers, I have some ideas over the weekend. And other than that, it's just grinding away at Destiny. Still looking for people to run the day 1 raid with. If you guys have any information on that, feel free to let me know. Feel free to DM it to me or whisper me here on Twitch, because I am still looking for a day 1 group. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to be nice to each other. Don't forget to be compassionate, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! And as always, thank you everyone who subscribes and follows and just watches the ads. It really adds up at the end of the month. I know they're really obnoxious to watch, but it adds up, and I really appreciate it. Having that, knowing kind of approximately how much money I'm going to make about every 2 months is just nice, because I can plan ahead of getting things to upgrade stream and upgrade upgrade stream, get things for stream, just like last time we got the Jenga tower and the webcam, and I didn't have to worry about like where I was going to pull that money from, because I was just going to pay for it with stream, because I was getting paid for stream. And in the past we've saved up for a new graphics card. In the past, with your help, we were also able to buy this drawing tablet that hopefully I've put into a lot of what we would both consider a lot of work. We put this drawing tablet in since we've gotten it. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekends, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Goodbye!